Well, it's freezing rain slash snow slash blizzard happening outside the barn now. You can hear it pummeling the tin roof. It's a bit colder. It's getting colder and colder every day. I'm wearing an extra hat, and things are going real good. I've got a sweater on. I'm bundled up. Welcome to the Tom Green Podcast, the first ever solar-powered barncast, broadcasting here from my barn at my home in the country. And I'm very, very excited to tell you that things have been going real well. This is just a quick check-in. I want to let you know what's been going on around here. I've been working with Fanny, the mule, my mule, and she's doing real good. And I've been getting some up-close and personal tutelage from some mule experts, and had a solid week of training last week, and things are going great. And a lot of it's psychological. You know, I have to believe that she wants to turn left. I have to believe that Fanny is not afraid of the ATV. I have to believe that Fanny will go into the woods. And if I believe it, and I act with conviction, then she will believe that she can walk into the woods. There's a lot of nonverbal communication that goes on between a mule and a human being. And we'll get more into that later. I don't want to go on and on about it because we're going to have lots of time to talk about Fanny. But she's doing real good. In fact, here, let me show you a little update. Here's a little clip of us doing good, and then we'll be right back. Okay, and here like this. Okay. There we go. Whoa. There we go. That's nice. So, guys, things are going real good with Fanny. I've been getting better at this. Like I said in the podcast, I'm learning as I go. Fanny, of course, came into my life in June, and you know, I'm somewhat new to riding. Oh, whoa. There we go. Fanny is a mule. She's not a horse. Her mother was a half Percheron, half paint horse, and her father was a mammoth donkey. And come here. And we're doing real good here. Let me show you do a little pirouette here. Let's go, Fanny. Go around here. Show everybody what we got here. Oh yeah, there we go. And here we go. Go like this. There we go. And there we go. Whoa, right on the edge of the cliff. Right on the edge of the cliff. I'll come over there and I'll say hi to you guys. I'm going to go this way. So here we go. There we go. There we go, Fanny. Yeah, you're a good girl. That's right. Let's go this way. Let's go over and say hi to everybody on YouTube. That's right, Fanny. Say hi to everybody on YouTube. Let's go. That's right. Whoa. Oh, whoa. 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 That's right. Let's go over here. Hello, everybody. So we're doing real good. Whoa, Fanny. Yeah, we're doing real good. And Fanny's an amazing mule. Come on. None of that. Whoa. There we go. There we go. Good girl, Fanny. Good girl. Good girl. Quite likely the largest rideable mule in all of Canada. And it's exciting. And Charlie, how you doing? You doing good, Charlie? Yeah. Okay, we're going to take you inside for a second. Let's just show. Let's go around here. Let's go around like this. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. No. Go around like this. Come on. Right through there. It's okay. You can do it. No, you can do it, Fanny. It's no big deal. This way. No. Fanny doesn't like ATVs. She doesn't like the ATV, so we have to teach her to go. It's okay. Just go around like right through there. Yeah. Right through there. Yeah. Good girl, Fanny. We have to learn. The ATV is not something to be afraid of, see? You don't have to be afraid of the ATV. Yeah, come on, it's okay. It's okay, let's go. Oh, yeah, come on. There you go. You don't need to be afraid of the ATV, Fanny. You're fine. Good girl, good girl. So, things are going good. All right. Adios, amigos. Whoa. Wasn't that great? So it's just amazing. Night and day compared to last week. Some other fun stuff has happened around here as well. Before I get to stopping by my good friend Bobby Hanson's airport and showing you some of his jet planes, I wanted to just thank Battleborn Batteries for all the support they've given us by helping us set up this amazing battery system. I want to show you one of the battery systems that we have here on the property in my bunkie. And it's, you can have a look at that and see exactly how that works and some of the things we're doing. And then we'll be right back and we're going to go see Bobby Hanson. Hello, everybody. Today, I want to show you my new Battleborn solar energy trailer. Look at this. Look at these solar panels here. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? Thank you so much to my friends at Battleborn Batteries out of Reno, Nevada, a division of Dragonfly Energy. You got to check them out if you want to. Let's talk over here for a minute. Hello, YouTube. We're having a lot of fun. Look at this. We've got two cameras. We've got one here and we've got one over here. If you guys want to get off-grid energy, this is the way to do it, okay? Now check this out here. I will show you something. You can pound, you stay where that shot there. Look at this, check this out. This all folds up nice. 1 second here. 1 second. 1 second here. There you go. See? This all folds up nice, see? And you can bring it wherever you want. The other one folds in too. And this is soaking up the rays of the sun. And we have some heated batteries in here. And it's really going to be a lot of fun. Now I'm using this to power my bunkie. We'll show you that another day. Okay? So we'll leave this open now. He's the new guy. Okay. There we go. There we go. Come on over this way, I'll show you guys the trailer. So here's the trailer itself. Let's have a look. Wow. Now these are winter batteries, so that means they heat themselves. So it gets pretty cold out here in the winter, and we don't have to worry about these batteries not holding their charge throughout the entire winter. And this is keeping my entire bunkie electrified. Let's go have a look at that. Come with me. So now we have power. Do I look proud of myself? It's going to be a good bunkie. It's going to be a real good bunkie. You can power out here on the front porch too. And we've got plugs also. Isn't that cool? Now all I need is a little wood stove in the corner, and we will have a nice little
We'll be right back.
If you're thinking of building anything off-grid, you should definitely check out Battleborn batteries, or if you're getting a van that you want to go camping in, or a boat, something that you need lithium batteries for, Battleborn batteries are amazing. And without their support, we wouldn't be able to be broadcasting right now because we would not have electricity in this barn. But another thing that I wanted to show you is something really cool. I ran into this gentleman named Bobby Hanson a few months ago. He came down to my show, one of my stand-up shows. Speaking of which, before we go look at some cool airplanes, I wanted to let you know that I'm going to be going on tour in the next few weeks. I have some shows coming up in December. I'll be in Bridgeport, Connecticut. I will be in Brooklyn, New York at the Littlefield Theater. I will be in Long Island, in Levittown, New York, and that's going to be at Governor's Comedy Club. And then I'm going to be at the Stress Factory in New Brunswick, New Jersey. Vinnie Brands. Shout out to Vinnie Brand. It's going to be really cool. So come see me on those dates. All the dates are listed on my social media pages and stuff like that, on my website, tomgreen.com, and all the social media places. You can see those. I also have some dates coming up in, the February date is one I want you guys to go to, February 23rd, 24th, and 25th. I'm announcing it officially now at the Comedy Mothership, Joe Rogan's amazing and incredible comedy club, the Mothership of Comedy in Austin, Texas. Can't wait to get back to Texas at the end of February. Come see me. I think Charlie's going to be with me too. It's going to be a lot of fun. Shout out Joe Rogan. Thanks for having me, man. Love you, buddy. Thank you so much. Wow, well, this is really cool. So anyways, this is just kind of, again, sort of the early stages of getting this barncast set up, but I wanted to show you something that we did recently. I went and met Bobby Hanson, a gentleman who came down and met me at my stand-up show, and he showed me some of his planes, okay? And I think I want to start doing stuff like that here on the podcast, like just going to normal things, like cool things, not normal things, but cool things, but like me acting kind of like a normal person, and just going and doing what television people have traditionally done in the past, but spending a little more time with it, like going to Bobby Hanson's airport and looking at his Russian jet planes and just hanging out and smoking cigarettes and talking about stuff and putting Charlie in one of the planes, that kind of stuff. Like, let's have a look. I'll just show you what we did. See you in a second. We're in a few minutes. Maybe 20, I don't know how long this is, 10 minutes or something? 20 minutes, I don't even know how long this is. We'll be right back. Jet fuel gonna blow up from our cigarette or anything?
No, I don't think so. I hope not.
Wow. And that's the Russian Star there?
Yeah, that's the Russian Star. This is similar to the airplane I was in when I was buzzing.
18 before the brightening lunches. You keep the intake covered up.
Yeah, just to keep birds and stuff from getting in.
So when you fly, you just pull that out?
Pull that out.
Must be a very freeing feeling, just be able to come out here, hop in that.
What was the power and the speed?
Nice. Cigarette on the ground here?
Yeah.
Charlie? Very cool. All right, I'm here with Bobby Hanson at Classic Wings in Smiths Falls, Ontario. And he came down to my show. Bobby came down to the show at the Cove in Westport a few weeks ago. And we started talking, and you said, you want to come see my fighter jets? So let's have a look. This is wild. Unbelievable. Thanks for having us by.
It's my pleasure. Yeah.
How many planes do you have here, Bobby? What's going on?
Well, in this particular hangar, I think there's 12 or 13. And started to collect older airplanes probably 15 years ago after I got my pilot's license. I started flying when I was 43 and just got the bug sort of thing. And so we decided to sort of collect some weird planes. And there's a lot of weird planes in here that are actually very, very rare.
Let's look at some weird planes. Cool. All right. Nice. What kind of plane's that?
That's called the Citabria.
Okay.
And it's kind of weird because if you spell it backwards, it's aerobatic. So that's what I call it, Citabria. This is an aerobatic airplane as well.
Oh, okay. So you do a loop-de-loop?
Loop-de-loop.
Loop-de-loop plane.
Loop-de-loopy. Yeah.
Just get up in the morning, I'm going to do a loop-de-loop today.
Yeah. I usually leave this one at my farm at the Redneck Air Force at my farm.
Nice. Wow. That's got to be fun. It's the fastest single-engine plane on the planet.
Fastest single-engine gas-powered airplane.
Okay.
Yeah, cruises at about 240 knots, which is like 400 kilometers an hour. It's a nice little traveling airplane that's fully aerobatic as well.
That sort of looks like the Snowbirds. Is that the same kind of plane as that? This sitting beside the...
Yeah, the Snowbirds, what they use is an old airplane built in the 50s. It's called a Tudor, but they're a jet-powered airplane. This is a propeller-powered one.
Yeah.
But I have to say that the Snowbirds are probably the best formation team in the world with the slowest planes. Those pilots are amazing. I've had a lot of them in this hangar, actually.
Yeah.
And our Canadian Snowbirds are second to none when it comes into formation flying.
Yeah.
If our government had some more money, we'd get them F-16s or something like that, but that's in the works. So.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
And this is this little fella here is called a Pit Special. It's really only meant for one thing, and that's for doing aerobatics. This was one Pit Special in Canada out of 4 of them, and we had, it's been defunct now, but the Pit Specials, the Canadian Pit Specials formation aerobatic team, and there's 4 of us that went all over the place as far as Honduras and stuff, and to do formation aerobatics at air shows. That's the airplane I actually soloed in, and it's so difficult to land and stuff on the ground because you can't see, you come in very, very fast and stuff like that, and that's the airplane I sold. I think I'm the only one that I know of in North America that the first time they went up by themselves was in a pit special. Very difficult to land because of the visibility.
It's important being able to land too.
It's kind of, yeah, what goes up should come down, sort of thing, so.
Wow.
Okay. This airplane here is a Cessna 421B, and it's a traveling machine. Back in the 70s and 80s, this was the luxury piston-powered traveler for business people. It flies as high as 34,000 feet. It's got 2 engines that are 375 horsepower apiece. Cruises at about 250 knots. It's got a range of 1,500 miles. So this is the airplane I used to use to fly back and forth to Bahamas nonstop.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
It's kind of a nice traveling machine.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And it's even got a little bathroom and a bar in the back, Tom.
A bar, that's
A
good.
tiny little bar in the back.
That's good to know. That's good to have, yeah. Cool. Is it okay to smoke with all the airplane fuel?
Yes, I think we're good.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Tommy.
Just a little jet fuel, right?
Yeah, just a little jet fuel.
Yeah, no
Nothing
problem.
flammable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't really smoke, but you know.
And this next little airplane here, it's kind of famous. This used to be owned by a guy named Mike Mangold. He was the world aerobatic champion, the Reno's air race champion. It's an older jet, but it's got really high horsepower. The horsepower to weight ratio, the thrust to weight ratio is 1-to-1. And this airplane came first or second in the Reno air races for years. But the FAA shut these airplanes down because they were too fast. But they were averaging over 500 miles an hour, pulling 6 Gs in Reno, Nevada. A lot of people got killed in the air races, so I had bought this airplane. My friend Mike Mangold flew it up from California, and unfortunately when he went home, he jumped in an L-39, and he had an engine failure, and he passed.
Oh.
But this is a very famous airplane. Not that pretty to look at, but very, very fast.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool to me. Look at that. What year would that plane be built?
This was like 1968.
Was that a military plane or?
It was a military trainer for the Russians used these airplanes back in the day for military training, Tom.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a cool airplane. Very cool
It's
airplane.
a jet, of course, yeah. Jet
Yeah,
plane.
it's a jet plane, and they replaced the engine in this thing to a Rolls-Royce Viper engine, which is a more modern British-built engine. So it's got twice the thrust or twice the horsepower than it did when they originally made the plane in the 60s.
Not a lot of people just have their own hangar full of jet planes, though. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Wow.
Yeah, this is actually a clip-wing hangar made to mimic an Australian Wirraway that they used in World War II. This actual airplane was built in 1952 right here in Canada at the Canada Car Foundry, not too far from here. But the wings have been clipped. There's a bigger engine in it and all kinds of modifications. But it's made to mimic an Australian Wirraway. And I think there's only one original Australian Wirraway in the world. And there's two replicas, and this is one, actually.
How often do you take this one up for a spin?
They all get flown as much as possible. It is quite a job to get them in and out of the hangar, but when we're flying in the summertime, all these airplanes are exercised at least once every 2 or 3 weeks. Nice. It's not good for aircraft to sit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you go out flying every day?
Absolutely.
Nice.
100%, yeah.
Nice.
That's fun.
Pretty cool. Okay, so tell us about this one again.
Yeah, this is a Boeing Stearman, 1943, but retrofitted with a 450 horsepower Pratt & Whitney. And this airplane they used a lot back in the day for barnstorming, and it was a trainer for our kids in World War II. They would start out in something like this before they went to a P-51 Mustang or Spitfire or something like that, Tom.
That's cool. Man, that's nice. Charlie, don't drink the oil. Don't drink the oil, Charlie. That's not dog water.
Good girl. Good girl.
Good girl, Charlie.
Let's edit this. I'm going to put this out in here. I know it's oil, but it's not inflatable, so there we go. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Yeah. We'll get you sitting in one or two of them if you want.
So where do you get something like this?
This one came from Florida, actually, 20 years ago. I think I bought it 20 years ago. Every year with all these old World War II aircraft, there's less and less each year because inevitably there's a crash, people getting killed in these airplanes are getting destroyed each year, and they don't make them anymore. So every year that goes by, they get more rare.
Yeah. So you go and you do acrobatics with this?
Yeah, this one's fully acrobatic. It's got an inverted fuel system and a smoke system out of that great big pipe on the side, which is the muffler. And this flies upside down. It's kind of fun flying upside down when there's no cockpit canopy, because this is an open cockpit airplane. So the only thing holding you in is two little straps over your shoulders. So at times it's a little nerve-wracking. You got to make sure you know where your hands are, so you don't undo the buckles.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
No.
Undo your seatbelt when you're flying upside down.
Yeah.
Rookie mistake.
Rookie mistake.
Mm-hmm. Cool. I put this cigarette out in the oil as well?
Yes, you can.
It's not gonna erupt in flames?
Well, we're going to find out.
Okay, that's cool.
I think we're good.
All right, okay.
All these old airplanes that have what we call a round engine, like a World War II style engine, they all leak oil, and if they don't leak oil, there's something wrong with them. That's why there's little oil pans underneath some of these old motors. It's sort of like a Harley Davidson.
Okay.
And if they're not leaking oil, there's something wrong with the engine.
Nice. And Little Miss Terry was Little Mrs. Terry?
Yeah, Little Miss Terry, that's a logo. Like a lot of the World War II airplanes, they have a logo of their wife or their lover or something like that back in the day. So that's actually a picture of my wife when she had red hair that day.
Oh, okay.
And girls change their hair color, Tom.
Sure.
Have you ever experienced that? So that's when she had red hair. So we call it Little Miss Terry, which is, so it's meant to be mystery.
Oh,
instead of Miss Terry.
Oh, yeah, mystery, yeah. Little mystery, yeah. Very cool. Yeah. Want to get up in the plane, Charlie? Here, can I just put her in? Or?
Yeah.
Oops. Should I get in the front seat or the back seat?
Put her in the front seat. She can hang her paws over or something.
You want to get in the front seat, Joe? You get up in the front seat. There you go.
Good
And
girl.
I'll get in the back seat. Oh yeah. Man, that's got to be kind of a rush, just being able to get up in the morning and go, oh, I think I'm going to take the steerman out for a loop-de-loop. What do you think of that, Charlie? Want to go for a ride? Oh, look at you. Be a scaredy. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, good girl. You're a good girl. What do you think? Pretty cool, huh? It's okay. Don't be scared. Yeah. You look like a little pilot, huh? Like a little pilot. Okay. Who's the new guy? Okay. There we go. There we are. I see. Come here. Come here. I got you. I got you. There you go. Woo! All right. Yeah. Wow. Cool. Cool.
They called it PT-19. The PT stands for primary trainer for the kids back in the war. This is an American aircraft, and in Canada we called it PT-26, but it's actually the same airplane. The American airplanes didn't have a canopy, and the Canadian ones did. So this is a Canadian canopy on an American-built aircraft.
I mean, they sometimes have these planes with just no roof on it?
No roof on it at all, no. They just have little windshields which are up in the shelf over there.
Okay, yeah, why not? I'd like a roof, right? Roof's better.
Yeah, and it's cold in Canada.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So this was what year is this built, you said, 1939?
This was built in 1939.
Wow. Yeah, is that around the year that they sort of went from biplanes to more planes like this, or?
Yeah, back in World War I, of course, all the airplanes were biplanes, like the Stearman behind us. And then, in the late 30s, they started to get into monowing aircraft, which is like this one here. And it's got a 6-cylinder engine in it, but it's actually upside down. It's only 200 horsepower, and they call it a Ranger. But back in the late 30s, this was very high tech, very high tech.
Yeah, yeah. Wow. What do you think of all that, Charlie? Yeah, it's pretty neat. This
one's this is a 1942 PT-22 Ryan, built by the Ryan Aircraft Company. Actually, the same company who built the airplane that Charles Lindbergh threw across the ocean. It's the same company. This is a 1942. This one came out of California Flight School. Years ago. They used it in 42 and 43 again to train kids to fly before they get into the hot stuff. Actually, a little bit of trivia. This is the same model aircraft that Harrison Ford crashed on a golf course 6 or 8 years ago. And I believe there's only maybe 5 or 6 of these in the world that are actually still flying, so it's very, very rare.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a neat old girl. It's kind of difficult to fly. It wasn't there. Back in the old days, it wasn't the airplane that was first choice for training, because the wings are really skinny, and it stalled at a high airspeed. There's a lot of kids lost their life training in this aircraft, but it's cool. This is probably the coolest one in here because of its history.
Oh, geez, yeah. No, the tires don't have air in them. Is that?
Well, they've just been sitting here for a little bit. They need to be pumped up.
Pump it up when you take it out.
Pump it up before we get it out and get it flying again.
Man, this one's nice. When was the last time you took this one up?
This was up here this past spring.
Yeah.
We had them all up and flying. Because of COVID, the airplanes haven't had a lot of flight time, but next spring, all these aircraft will be up and they'll be going to air shows across Canada.
Beautiful. Ooh.
Yeah, this is called a DR-109. It's actually a home-built airplane. They make a one-seater and a two-seater. It's kind of a rare aerobatic airplane. It's similar to the airframe and engine they use for Red Bull air racing and stuff. And this is the only DR-109 in Canada. There's only maybe 10 of these ever built. But they're built for doing aerobatics, so they have a really high stress factor. You can go plus or minus 15 Gs in this thing, and the wings won't break off it. That's why I bought it, because I like to pull G.
It's nice when the wings don't fall off.
Yeah, it's kind of nice when the wings don't fall off. And the roll rate, you know, when you take an airplane and you roll it, well, it does a complete roll in about 0.6 seconds. You can roll the airplane. The roll rate is really, well, it's crazy. Like if I'm up flying with someone, I'd say, would you like to do a roll? Before they say yes, it's already done and over with. So they can't complain, sort of thing.
And you said that's like those Red Bull stunt planes that they...
Yeah, the Red Bull stunt planes. It's the same type of aircraft that they use to go through the pylons low over the water.
Someone recently just flew through a tunnel online, the Red Bull plane. It flew through a huge tunnel or something.
I've seen that actually. Yeah, that's one of the world's better pilots. Yeah, they flew through a tunnel for a mile or something like that, or half a mile. That was really cool. Yeah, it's too bad there wasn't a tunnel around here, Tom, or we'd be doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a bit of a daredevil. You'll do some stunts around here?
Yeah, we do some aerobatics around here. You just have to be careful who's watching you.
Yeah.
That's all.
Well, this isn't on YouTube or anything like that.
I don't care.
Wow, yeah. And it's a pretty sweet boat too, by the way. Holy crap! Where do you put that, in the St. Lawrence River? Or?
Yeah, that goes in the St. Lawrence. That's like a tunnel boat. It's a race boat. It's got about 2,000 horsepower, and it runs like 150 miles an hour. My wife hates that boat.
Definitely like your toys, huh?
Yeah, well, toys are fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Toys are fun.
And so that pontoon plane, what would you call that? A water plane?
Yeah, that's an amphibious aircraft. It's called a Murphy Moose. It's very similar to an airplane de Havilland built in the 50s and the 60s called a Beaver. And it's got the wheels that come out of the bottom of the pontoons to land on the paved runway, or you can lift up the wheels hydraulically and it lands on the water.
That's got to be pretty fun to just be able to go anywhere. You go up north and just land on a lake.
Right, Tom, there's a canoe that bolts to the side of it. So what I do is I head up north and find a lake somewhere and land, take my canoe off, do a little bit of fishing, have a beer, get it fired up in the morning, get my canoe on and head to the next lake. That's why that aircraft's here. It's a really good bush airplane.
Just got to make sure you have fuel to get back, all right?
It's kind of important to have enough fuel. And what I sometimes do is I put a 45-gallon drum of fuel in the back of the airplane, so to make sure I have enough so I can get back home. My wife would probably like it if I did run out of fuel, but anyway, that's what she keeps telling me.
Does the fuel go in the pontoons, or?
The fuel goes in the wings.
Oh, in the wings. Okay.
And that holds 140 gallons of fuel, I think. So you got probably 12 hours of fuel that you can utilize when you're up north. And there are places up north you can stop and buy fuel as well. It's just like 5 times the price it is here.
Yeah, okay. Jeez. Yeah. So is that where they usually have the fuel, in the wings of planes? Or?
Yeah, fuel is always in the wings, or there's little tanks in the fuselage, but most airplanes, 90% of aircraft have most of the fuel in the wings.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what kind of fuel are you taking in most of these planes? Is just airplane fuel, I guess?
Yeah, airplane fuel. It's like regular gasoline, but it's called 100 low lead. There's very, like the fuel that we put in our cars has got no lead because of pollution, but because a lot of these engines are old, they need a little bit of lead in the fuel to lubricate the valves in the engine properly. So it's got a little bit higher octane, and it's a fuel that doesn't vaporize when you're up really high like regular car gas would. So it's a special fuel you use for most airplanes, yes.
Yeah, and they bring it in. Is there fuel here at the airport here?
Yeah, there's 100 low lead regular aircraft fuel up at the office at the airport here.
Okay.
And
is that the same kind of fuel they use in commercial airliner, or?
No, that's called jet fuel. And because there's no jet fuel at this airport, I have my own tanker truck to run Jet A and some of the jets and stuff like that.
Right, because you have a few jets, right?
Yeah.
That's Nice. Okay. Yeah. Just like, when you got your jets, did you like sort of, were people like wondering why you were like, I'm looking for some jet fuel?
Yeah.
Does anyone know where I can get some jet fuel around here? Like, were you the only guy in town looking for some jet fuel?
Yeah. And for the club to bring in jet fuel tanks is going to be very expensive stuff, so I just bought my own tanker truck and buy my own fuel for the fighter jets.
So where do you get it? You send the tanker truck down to?
Yeah, actually, they come right here and fill up the tanker truck. It holds, I think, 20,000 liters, so I buy 20,000 liters of jet fuel at a time.
Okay, all right. It's good to have, and in case of an emergency.
Yes.
Too?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. How many flight hours do you get on 20,000 gallons of?
20,000 liters. Well,
liters.
the jets
Liters.
burn about.
We're in Canada. Liters.
Yeah, liters. The jets burn about on full power about 360 gallons an hour, so 14 or 1,500 liters an hour. So to fly the jets just for fuel, you're $4,000 or $5,000 an hour just in fuel.
Yeah.
So obviously they don't get flown a whole lot because I have to pay for it. The government is not. So.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, people ever must be surprised when you're just sort of flying by in a supersonic jet?
Yeah, you get a little bit of attention for sure, but it's kind of fun actually. You know, flying fast, very very low. The houses go by like fence posts, and that's the part I enjoy. Whether you're upright or inverted, you get a better sight, a picture when you're upside down because you can see better.
So you like to fly your jet upside down a lot over houses?
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's kind of fun because you can see more.
Yeah,
you know?
right.
Yeah.
But you don't get kind of like a little, like, I don't know, head rush or blood going to your head or something like that?
Well, if you're not used to it, you feel a little weird. But if you've been doing it for years and stuff like that, being right side up or upside down is sixes. Yeah.
Really? So you just kind of get used to flying around upside down?
Right.
Wow, that's cool. It's a cool thing to get used to.
Yeah. I remember one time, was it last year, I flew one of my little aerobatic airplanes from this airport to Kingston, which is only 60 or 70 miles. I did the entire flight inverted upside down. And I waved to my wife when I went over the farm where we lived, Tom, and stuff like that. Yeah, it's kind of fun.
You just fly the whole way upside down?
Yeah.
Just because it's funny, or just
Well, it increases your skills a little bit, and it's kind of nice being upside down. You know, and like you said, you can see, all you got to do is look up and you're looking at the ground sort of thing. And to me, it's just more comfortable.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Wow. Okay, nice. Unbelievable. Just a quick
AMG GTR. Then you have the Black Series AMG GTR, but they're like $800,000, which is actually just proven here the last year to be the fastest car around the Nürburgring in Germany. It beat the McLarens and the Lamborghinis around the track for a front engine car. Just amazing, the technology.
Well, I remember we were standing out in front of the Cove before my show a few weeks ago, and you rolled up in the McLaren, and we're like, who the heck is this guy, you know?
Yeah.
We're in a little town, tiny little town. Comes on. That was cool. That's where we met, right?
Yeah, that's where we met.
Rocking the McLaren in Westport, Ontario.
Rocking the McLaren in Westport, Ontario.
Yeah, now it would have been more of an entrance if you showed up in the jet, though.
In the jet,
right?
yeah. Well, the street was a little bit short to land. I suppose I could have landed there in the helicopter, but the cops would probably be there.
Yeah. How much of runway do you need to take the jet? To take off the jet or land the jet?
Yeah, probably the minimum is probably 4,000 to 5,000 feet of runway. There's 4,000 feet of runway here, so it's pretty short.
Yeah.
So you just have to be careful. Yeah.
So you have a slightly shorter than what you need, a runway, and you just kind of got to gun it?
Yeah, it's when you're landing, because if there's an issue with landing, you don't really have time. A jet engine takes a while to spool up and get its power going again. So once you back off on the throttle to land, you're landing. And thank God there's been no incidences here. But the runway here is a little bit short for the jets. It's just enough.
What do all the other pilots and airplane owners think of all your amazing planes here? They must be pretty amazed when they see these jets and things coming into this private airplane.
The aviation community at this airport in Smiths Falls, they're all really good people. They're all out here having fun and flying with their families and stuff like that. It's just like a small community of people who just love to fly.
Yeah. Wow. That is so cool. Well, that's a great tour. Thank you for letting us see all the toys.
Oh, yeah.
Incredible.
Quite welcome. Just brings back a little bit of history, you know, what the kids went through back in the old days, back in the 40s, the airplane you were just in and stuff like that. It's kind of cool that knew all this stuff flew back in World War II.
Yeah. Beautiful. Well, yeah. Thanks, Bobby, for
Okay, buddy. Cheers.
showing us today. I'm sure all the airplane enthusiasts around the world are going to love to see your amazing collection here. In Smiths Falls, Ontario, Classic Wings with Bobby Hanson. Cool. Thanks. All right. Thanks, Bobby.
Okay, buddy.
Awesome. Awesome. Wasn't that cool? Bobby Hanson. What a awesome guy. And, you know, he's a real incredible talent, an incredible genius. He invented some amazing technology for splitting giant logs, actually. The Cord King log splitter. And ended up making a fortune, I guess, essentially. I mean, look at those planes and cars and all that stuff. It's amazing what you can do. You put your mind to it, kids. Invent something that will change the world, and you too could be whipping around in a Russian jet plane. Okay? Thanks, Bobby. It was real fun spending the day with you. And thank you, everybody. You know, I'm going to start posting more clips here. This, again, is just us kind of getting this thing going, getting it started up. You know, I'm going to have more guests. Want to thank everybody for all your nice comments about my dad, who was here on Remembrance Day in Canada, Memorial Day, Veterans Day, and we talked a little bit about his military service. And we got so many great comments from people all around the world and from other veterans and other military families. So thank you. My dad watched the podcast back and also read all your comments and was very appreciative of that. You know, Richard Green, he's a legend, right? You know him from the Tom Green Show when I painted his house plaid. Richard Green. It was great to have him here at the podcast. And very soon we're going to have Mary Jane Green, my mom, who you of course know as well. So we're going to have Mary Jane Green as well by soon. You're going to want to spend some time with her. She is always a real hoot. Okay, guys. Thanks so much. This has been a lot of fun. And again, we're just kind of casually starting this up. And things are going to really get going over the next coming months, years, and decades as we broadcast from the wilderness of Canada, from my farm, in my home and native land. Good to have you here. Good to be home. See you soon. Thanks for watching. Really is raining out. Yeah. Really can't hear that rain there.